Mike Boyne, BinTwo wine shop Padstow 2013 to 2023. Ended up in wine by accident really, so I don't really have a long history with wine at all. When we moved to Padstow, BinTwo became our local. We used to kind of go there all the time and enjoyed it. And then when you fast forward the clock, by a various turn of events, I ended up working there a few days a week for the previous owner. And after about a year of that, he approached us and asked if we'd like to buy the business. And the timing was coincidentally, we're looking for a new project. So we sort of stumbled into it really, on a massively steep learning curve that still continues now. And this is our 10th year. So this year is our 10th birthday at BinTwo. Well, the first rule was you don't need to fix what isn't broken. We started from a great base. Everyone loved BinTwo. We did. That's why we bought it. So we were really careful not to upset the apple cart there. But what we did do was nudge it a bit more towards bar offering. So if the balance used to be a shop where you could also have a glass of wine, we've made it a bit more bar where you can also buy a bottle of wine to take away. And we've added a food offering there, kind of little tapas boards, so that people who maybe used to drift off and go and get lunch somewhere can now stay put with us instead. More recently, although it's still some years ago now, we opened a second store at the Hawksfield site near Weybridge. So we've got the Ark speciality food store there, which my wife Mary does a great job running. And in there we've got like a wine concession. It's BinTwo at the Ark, and so it's 40 of our really great wines that we think are right for the food there and right for the kind of customers that are going in. And then the other thing we've done, we've pushed into production. So we've made some of our own gin. We've made Padstow Sea Maiden gin, which we make ourselves with the help of a mobile distillery called Still on the Move. And more recently, we've had a collaboration with Tarquin's Gin, making a unique Old Tom style gin that you can only buy at BinTwo. They made it especially for us. And over the last couple of years, we've pushed into producing our own wine as well. So we're making about 1,000 bottles a year now that we're selling through BinTwo and online. And we've literally just released the 4th edition of our infamous sparkling wine. When there's a nip in the air, drink Bum Bum in your chair. Well, we're just coming off the back of the traditional busy summer season, slipping definitely into autumn now. So our mind is turning to Christmas. So we will be laying on some Christmas wine tastings that we try to find a way to do that in a way that's a bit more sort of casual and informal and enjoyable, a bit more interactive rather than just shuffling around one table to the next with white tablecloths on. So we'll be doing those. We've got, of course, Padstow Christmas Festival, the second weekend in December. It's a huge event for the town. It completely dominates everything we do either side of it, really. So the week before and the week after will all be about Padstow Christmas Festival, preparation for it, 4 crazy busy days, which in the past have been twice as busy as the 4 equivalent days over the August bank holiday, and then the week after it's just recovery. And then it's the run up to Christmas really, so we'll be fulfilling all of our Christmas wine orders from the Christmas tastings, and we obviously, everyone will know this, that we have the famous BinTwo Christmas carols that we do on the Friday night of the Christmas festival, and then we do it again. It's the very last thing we do on Christmas Eve before closing down for a couple of days. So normally about 2 o'clock, we just have a good old sing along and get everyone in the Christmas mood. And then really after that, things go into a little bit of hibernation for us over the winter. It's a time where we recover, do a bit of maintenance in the shop and the outdoor terrace area. And we get really, really busy sourcing and tasting new wines for us to introduce onto the shelves next year. So although people always say, did you enjoy the holiday? It's actually a really busy time for us behind the scenes, because we've got to get all of our wine selection, all of our wine sourcing done, planning what's going to come in when. We've got to get that all done really before we reopen, and certainly got to get it nailed before Easter. I've got some firm favourites. So when I'm eating out, first point of call is always going to be prawn on the lawn. Really fantastic seafood, great sharing plates, absolutely love it. And unfortunately my 2 young boys love it as well. They eat like adults there. I also love the sister restaurant to prawn on the lawn, Barnaby's, which is located at Trevibin Mill Vineyard just outside Padstow, so always a nice opportunity to visit a vineyard too. Closer to home, I live in St Kew, so the St Kew Inn is just a fantastic pub, proper pub, doing some properly great food, and that's a happy space. And then a little bit further away, we go over to Foy, where we go to Appleton's. Fantastic Italian-inspired food, just really, really top-notch front of house service, really casual, but really, really on it. And the food is just phenomenal. And then we love going to Portscatho. I hesitate to say this because it's our little sort of secret retreat, but people seem to have found it already. But in Portscatho, you've got the Standard Inn that has been a couple of years ago taken over by the guys who are behind the Hidden Hut, which everyone has heard of now, which is also awesome. And there's a really nice little coffee shop down in town called Tatham's as well, although that's under recent new ownership. But you know, Portscatho is just a really nice little place to retreat to, and there's all sorts of great things going on there. Well, I'm a bit lapsed at the moment, but I do like getting in the water and going for a surf. That always, I always find that decompresses me and chills me out. So this has been a good reminder that I need to get back in the water. A little bit boring and geeky. I've recently started going to the gym. You can probably tell. But that again, that really chills me out. Bizarrely, didn't expect to see that coming. And then a little bit more normal person. I like going to Rising Ground Coffee on the Clear Space area that's in Weybridge. They've opened up their roastery as a coffee shop there. I like St Kew Farm Shop. They do a pretty mean breakfast when I allow myself that treat these days. Also quite nice coffee, excellent coffee in fact. And when the weather's right and I've got time away from the family, I like to jump on my motorbike and just hit the open road for a bit to clear the cobwebs. Well, not to be totally immodest, but for the last 4 years running, BinTwo has been in the top 10 of all independent wine merchants in the country, as voted for by judges and from Harper's Magazine, which is our industry bible, and we've won it twice on the trot. So it's pretty good. The wine selection is great, and I've got every confidence in the wine selection. But what we've got that not everywhere has, I think, in the wine world certainly, it's just a really warm, welcoming, friendly environment. No one's ever going to feel intimidated walking into our place. I still get intimidated walking into unknown wine shops, and I don't think you'd ever feel that in BinTwo. We've got a great set of people that we've recruited because they know how to look after folk and make you feel welcome. And I've not been doing many shifts in BinTwo for a while because I also do other work for the health service, but recently I've had to go back and cover a few shifts, and it's just been great seeing the team close at work again and just seeing those interactions. So I think why you should come to us is you'll be made to feel welcome, you'll feel part of the family, you'll feel comfortable whether you're dirty and sandy from walking your dog on the beach or you're dressed up to the nines ready to go to one of the Michelin star restaurants in the area. You're just going to find something that you like at BinTwo. And as I say, for those old enough to remember, I did the Victor Cayenne. I like the business so much I bought it.